All right on time. Well, hey, everybody. My name is Kristen Wyatt, for those of you guys that don't know me. I just want to appreciate you guys hopping on tonight, taking some time away from your families to chat with us for a bit. So I am just going to take a little bit of your time to share somewhat of a concept and an idea with you guys that is really impacting now what we're seeing. I mean, hundreds of thousands of lives. So not just because this company has some really great high quality scientifically validated products, but and really the amazing vehicle that is on its own, but also from a business perspective. And so really being able to kind of position ourselves in front of this massive global movement that's happening right now. And when this industry sort of came into the picture in my life, my husband and I had really only dreamt about this idea of having something job-wise where we could still make a great income, but also both be present for our son. Right. And so, and we didn't know what that would look like really. And so we wanted something where we could live life a little more on our terms, which, I hear that kind of phrase a lot, and I've always been passionate about that idea. And ultimately that has been what this industry has done for my family. And so after I kind of put my massive skepticism about this industry aside, I really did fall in love with it. And so tonight, I just kind of want to share with you guys a little bit about who this company is, some things coming in the future of the company, about the products that we're really seeing now changing so many people's lives, their health through and through, and then ultimately why my husband and I and our family ended up partnering with this company specifically. So I am going to pull up a little slide thingy, if you will. Can you guys see that okay? All right. Perfect. Okay, great. You guys let me know if it, for some reason, goes away or something. I think you can. Okay, perfect. Okay, so here's the thing. Regardless of where you're at today, I think deep down we all kind of have dreams that maybe we've buried. And well, I know that's how it was for my husband and I. We like this idea of living life on our terms, to be able to have maybe a plan B for retirement or whatever that would look like. Maybe paying off debt quicker, saving up even just for a date night or a family vacation. Specifically for Dwayne and I, we just didn't want to have to miss out on those special moments with raising our family. I mean, that was really just what it boiled down to. But I think a lot of people just don't know how to get there or what that would even look like, if that makes sense. And, that's what's really incredible about this company is that the products work, which that has to be the case. The products have to work, and I'm going to talk about that here in a second. But we also have this community here within our group specifically, where we have a very simple system that people kind of just plug into. And even if they are really extremely limited on time, they're able to still see somewhat of that plan B option like I was mentioning. And it's funny because 95% of people earn what we call linear income, okay, which is basically, simply put, trading time for money. Like, it's a traditional job. You clock in, you clock out, you work, and that's how you get paid, right? Bottom line. And it's what they teach in school, unfortunately. So it feels a little bit more normal. Or I hear a lot of people say it feels more safe to them. But when people get in a financial bind, like, what do? They go out and they get like an additional second, third, fourth, one of those jobs. And as much as I genuinely admire people that do that, my husband and I were looking for more time with our family, not less and less and less time just to pay the bills, go to sleep, wake up, and do it all over again, right? And so what we are, this kind of small group that sort of has tapped into what we are talking about tonight, is only 5% of people actually. And they've figured out this thing called leveraged income. Okay. So this is really where you start to work smarter, not harder, or smarter, not longer, I should say, where you can actually earn money when you aren't around. And it's really just because you can plug into a simple proven system that works, but in a very tiny, maybe sort of those non-productive times of your day, like carpool lane, lunch break, things like that. And it may eventually turn into full-time for some people. Like for me, it's my full-time job now, but it doesn't always start off that way. And that's really how people are able to enter in this kind of side gig word we hear a lot, right? So let's talk about kind of how this all got started. So where it all began. So Mark Wilson is our founder and CEO. He actually founded this company after being in the NFL. He was a 2-time Super Bowl championship winning quarterback. And after retiring, he started to think about ways that would bring him fulfillment even after retirement. How could he improve the quality of people's lives? And that's honestly what landed him in this space specifically. He knew he could make a huge impact, but not just on people's health, also on their lives financially as well. And when I first met him, which by the way, he's just the sweetest, most humble man. I really love him and his wife. He told me about a statistic that he had heard where if you took $500 and threw it into each home in America, that over half of the divorces would just go away overnight. Like, can you believe that? That's crazy to me. I mean, it's honestly not that crazy. I believe that for sure because finances are such a heavy weight on so many of our shoulders. But that's what actually made him and Mr. Jake Spencer, they actually created our compensation plan around this. So one of the very first bonuses you can earn in your first 30 days is exactly $500. And so it just goes to show really where their heart was in it. And so speaking of, Jake Spencer, he is our VP of Global Sales. He actually just came onto the scene with Q Sciences January of 2018. So he partnered up just last year, and he wrote and released our compensation plan that we now have. And what's really unique, honestly, about his leadership specifically is that he actually worked in this industry before. So he's made, tens of millions of dollars in this space. So we literally have people that are running this company, not just with integrity, not just with genuine, motives and their intent with this whole thing to really help and bless people, but also with genuine experience that can not just are the CEOs trying to move the needle, but can actually speak to exactly how to be successful with an at-home business model, which, if I'm being completely honest, is pretty rare to find in this space. So I want to talk to you guys about the meat and potatoes, if you will. Let's get into our product line. So first and foremost, I have to say you need to write this name down because he's just the coolest guy. So we have on staff Dr. Stephen Kimberly. So he is our Chief Science Officer. He has been an MD in practice 38 years. He's also a naturopath. I really love that he believes that science never stands still. And so we have this incredible product formulator that is literally helping our products stay up to date with the newest technology, which I think is important in the business world, but also for our health. And so this is kind of our flagship product line box on our nutraceutical side. So right now there is some rebranding going on. So everything's kind of switching over to this look, but eventually it will come in this box. And it has 4 products in it. The first one is called Q Max Premium. So this is really just a very advanced brain health supplement is the best way of explaining it. It's a multivitamin, but we're not talking like Flintstone sugar-coated gummies that I fully had next to my bed for the first half of my marriage. It's fine. Don't judge me. I've learned a lot. But I had never heard of a vitamin that had made so much impact on people, even from a mental health clarity standpoint. And it makes sense, but I started to read through this whole stack of these third-party studies that were done kind of on the base work of the multivitamin and those nutrients and minerals that we put in it. And what we did is we took the vitamin from a long time ago and have now just taken it up a notch over and over and kept evolving it. Just like I mentioned, Dr. Stephen Kimberly believes that we need to do. And so it's even more methylated, more easily absorbed by the body. But to see those studies and to know that it can have an impact on mental health, it's not just to replenish nutrients. And even the fact that we aren't getting as many nutrients from our food as a lot of people think. So even if you're eating really healthy, you still need it. I mean, it was just huge for me, the education part of it, right? So the other products in here, Q Align has become very quick one of my favorite products because my ring is like super loose now, my wedding ring. Like, I'm not kidding you, it would get like a little puffy and stuck. I've only been on the product a couple of weeks, but it specifically targets chronic inflammation in the body. It's one of the leading causes to most disease that's happening right now, but it also has digestive enzymes. It helps your body just process food better, less stiff, less sore, less puffy, all the things, right? And then of course we have the gut health component. So we have an extremely potent probiotic. I know I'm getting a little more sciencey about these products specifically, but I really, really am passionate about what they do in the body. So bear with me. We're going to get to some fun stuff too, I swear. But this probiotic has 2 patents on it because of the way, not just that it releases in the body, but because of the way our probiotic actually feeds bacteria, or the good bacteria, almost like food. It completely eliminates the need for prebiotics in addition to a probiotic. It's really cool. The technology is unique. Then we have an omega for heart health, among many, many other things. So it's really cool this all comes together. It's nice to have a one-stop shop to keep it simple. It's kind of the perfect blend for overall health, if you will. Then we have a full suite of products. So overall health and nutrition, like I mentioned, we do have a weight management kind of health focused line I'll talk about here in a second. We even have that vitamin I was telling you about that helps so much with replenishing the micronutrients in powder form. So I love that, a scoop of it in a smoothie or yogurt for my son who's 4 years old, great option. Or if you just don't love swallowing pills. And speaking of, we also have supplement sprays. So really high quality ingredients, vitamins that you can just spray. They taste like spearmint or something like that. And they're easy, throw in your purse, kind of on the go kind of things. We even have a product that helps regulate hormones for women that need that kind of stabilizing. We even have some healthy energy drink options with built-in recovery and something to help with like focus, clarity, foggy brain, even memory, things like that. So we have a full makeup of products, which was important to me. I didn't, from a business perspective, just want to be promoting like a coffee or an energy drink or a skinny weight pill, or you know what I mean? I want to have something for everyone, whether it be my dad or my 4-year-old or myself throughout the rest of my life, right? So speaking of, one thing I will say about our kind of weight management program I mentioned is that it's really not a weight loss program at all. So we do not claim to have some magic pill that you can take while you're in the drive-through of some fast food restaurant and like somehow magically become healthy. That obviously doesn't exist. And so we truly believe that in order, regardless of what your goals are, if it is to lose weight, to maintain where you're at, to just grow in your health in general, it takes a lot of different lifestyle changes, tweaks, and different components. We are all so different, and it's just impossible for us to think that every single one on this call would need the exact same thing for their health. So this is a full transformation system for mind, body, spirit, all of it. So the reason I say that is because it's led by our corporate nutrition and health expert, Amy Robinson, and you get access to so much more than just a product. You get easy at-home workouts that you don't need weights for, that are very beginner all the way through to advanced. There's a quick online restaurant guide, so you feel super empowered when you're out and about and trying to think of healthier alternatives if you're still learning. Meal plans, recipes, kid-friendly recipes that are actually really good. I mean, you're eating real food. We're not like trying to do the cabbage soup diet. Please tell me somebody else on this call has ever done that diet. Like, what are people thinking? I think there was genuinely a chocolate and like pineapple juice diet or something I may have tried for about 3 hours. Like, I don't know, guys, it's pretty crazy, but you get this whole community of support where they even address the mindset component and some of those things people have to get through those hurdles. All of it comes completely free. And that's huge for me because I just love, again, that kind of motive behind the company of really helping to promote an overall better quality of life, not just a quick result to make quick bucks and boom, we're done. Does that make sense? So it doesn't help. Speaking of a quick buck, right after I said that's not what we're about, we are giving away $25,000. No, but for real, I am excited because if people are deciding to get into this, to hold each other accountable and to kind of help be product testers of this line before it formally launches in September, we are doing a big transformation challenge, not just about weight loss, but really getting on a good routine and overcoming some of those mindset battles. And there's $25,000 up for grabs. So, that never hurts anybody, right? Okay, moving on. So the product area that everyone's kind of speaking about these days and is really the, kind of hot market in the space right now is full spectrum hemp. So the top publications, you guys can see out there, they're predicting this industry will be over 22 billion in the next few years, 50 billion in the next decade. And guys, it's only at 1 billion right now. like worldwide. So if you think you're seeing it pop up everywhere and it's all over the place, believe you me, you ain't seen nothing yet. This is only the very beginning, and I love that we've taken up a ton of the market share by getting in very early into this space with some of the highest quality products that are in this space worldwide. And I can say that really confidently. But a lot of people ask me, like, okay, but why do you say that? What makes ours different? Where should I start? And I feel like, in my opinion, I don't want to have to be the expert. Documentation is going to beat conversation any day of the week. So we actually have white papers and documentation, not just proving our products like absorbability into the bloodstream, which is the most important thing. You need to be able to feel it, but it should be the same strength every month you purchase it. But even explaining and backing the specific technology that we use. So we use a unique bioabsorb technology. And the reason why this is so important, guys, is that it makes the product water soluble, and it can't go bad even when it's shipped in like extreme weather conditions, super hot, super cold. It immediately absorbs in the body. It's very fast acting, so people feel it, they benefit from it, and they can also use a lot less too of the product, so they end up saving money. And if there's any misconceptions, I did throw this little picture in here. Hemp is not the same thing as marijuana. They're totally different plants, even though they come from the same family. They're processed differently, all the things. So you're safe there. But it tastes amazing. All the sourcing is done here in the US. So I could go on and on just about really what sets our product apart. But ultimately, you can try it and get your money back if you don't like it. We don't have really anybody that does that because they really can feel the difference that fast. So this is the main combo that people start with in the hemp space. Okay, it's called Q Revive. So this comes with our sublingual oil. So you just put a milliliter under your tongue, swallow. And we also have a topical cream that helps with inflammation, joint pain, any muscle soreness. It has a nice cooling effect. I think probably the most common things I hear about the products are relief from pain or discomfort, regardless of where the pain might be coming from, whether it be autoimmune or headaches or chronic pain, or I've kind of heard it all. And then also the calming effect, specifically from the oil, from again, that kind of mental health focus that the company has, really changing their overall health and nutrition. They're finding themselves to be less irritable and things like that. And it comes in cinnamon, berry, and mocha flavor. And before I talk about a couple more of the products, I just wanted to quickly introduce you guys. I'm going to stop this really fast. And I want to pull up my friend Micah, because she's actually been taking these products now for a little bit, and she can speak a little bit more about what the products have done for her. And I'm trying to find you to unmute you. Hang on one second. Where are you? Hang on. Where'd you go? I can't find you. What does it say? What is your name on here? Is it Michael on here? I'm looking at the chat. Okay, it is. It's under, okay, that's why. I'm like, I see Michael. I don't see. Okay, there you go. You're unmuted.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, my husband's name is Michael. My name is Micah. So there's the confusion. I'm on my home computer right now. Thanks for asking me to share a little bit. I started taking the hemp oil products in April. And I have dealt with, and I quickly said yes to my friends, Jeff and Sarah, who were talking to me about the products. And I'll be honest, because I had heard that medical marijuana was helping people with pain, and that is what I've been dealing with for probably 4 or 5 years, is extreme pain in my hip and lower back area. So when I found out that the hemp had no THC, you don't get high from it, I was like, yes, I want to try this. I feel like I've tried everything, from chiropractic care to acupuncture, and those things helped me with other stuff, but it wasn't helping me with this particular pain. So I jumped on it, and I did the hemp oil under the tongue and the Excel cream topically on the site where I was experiencing pain. And in about 2 weeks, I noticed an increase of mobility. So I had to abandon exercise for a couple of years just because I couldn't do the things that I wanted, like even the most basic yoga pose, I don't even know what it's called, I couldn't do. And I'm very active, so that was really disappointing. My kids are always like, Mom, don't do that. It might hurt your back, and be careful and all this. And I mean, I'm only 48. So I just feel like I shouldn't have that kind of debilitating pain that was affecting my walk, was affecting when I would sit for long periods of time. And then it started affecting my sleep. And I'd go through periods of time where I really cared about it and I was focused on it, trying to take care of it, physical therapy. And then I'd go through times where I was like, never mind, I'm just in pain. I'm going to have to learn how to deal with this. So when I started getting that increased mobility in just 2 weeks, I got pretty hopeful. So I continued to take the product every morning and every night. Sometimes if it was flaring up, I would use the cream a little bit more. And I would say for sure in about a month, the pain that I was experiencing had decreased so much. Like I was in pain all the time, every day. And I would go days without having any pain. And I was paying attention, like really focusing, is this working? Is it not working? Like looking for the pain. And there were days where I just didn't have it at all. And I'm not kidding, 4 or 5 years. And that has been, I've experienced a lot of other positive things. And I know it's because of the hemp, because things started changing after I took the hemp, but I won't tell you all of them because there's a lot of them. But the pain part of it is the main thing. And so it's definitely helped me even enjoy things a little bit more. Life is better. When you're not experiencing chronic pain, you can do a lot more with your time. And I'm a grandma now. I got 2 grandkids. I want to get on the floor still. So I'm really, really happy, really thankful. It is not hard for me to talk to people about hemp at all, because anybody that has known me for long periods of time knows about my pain. And so, yeah, I've been really happy. And so I've been taking it for like 4 months and can't imagine not.
Yeah. Wow. I love that too, because thank you so much, Micah. I appreciate that so much. I love too how you're like, you're similar to me in that you were a true skeptic. So you're like kind of looking for it not to work almost. You're paying super extra careful attention. I think that's important because it shocks people sometimes with the results that they're seeing and feeling. They don't know why they're feeling it so consistently and so quick. And they're like, is this placebo or is this actually happening? So I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. And honestly, we have a huge suite of products now in our hemp space. The 2 products that Micah takes are the ones I just spoke about, but we also have other topical options. We have roller balls that I love for my son for immunity and that sort of thing. We have 2 new products we just released, you guys, a sublingual hemp oil that's 2 times the potency but has some herbs added to it, no melatonin or anything, but it helps you sleep. And it's called Q Rest Plus. It's an incredible product because it doesn't just help people fall asleep. It helps them stay asleep, or if they wake up, they can easily go back to sleep. But when they wake up in the morning and ready to start their day, they don't feel lethargic. That is key because so many people with other sleep aids just feel totally knocked out throughout the day, right? And then they can't go to sleep late at night and have to take it again, right? We even have a full spectrum hemp for pets now. It is human grade, so humans can take it as well. It's just an unflavored hemp oil, but I love that it's an option for pets, and it's all types of pets, for anxiety, for quick recovery, speedier recovery. I have so many people that their animals have gotten off of Prozac and other medications because of this natural alternative. We even have a protein that's hemp infused, really high quality. It comes in whey or vegan options. And then we also have another topical cream similar to the one that Micah shared, but it doesn't have that cooling effect. So just in case you don't like that kind of tingly feeling, we have an option for you too. Just get with the person that invited you tonight, and they can kind of share what would be probably best for you to start with. So moving right along, it's really just a matter of where you see yourself. You can go the customer route, and it's pretty simple. You get wholesale pricing still. So there's no monthly fees or anything like that. You just get the wholesale pricing. There's no website fee. You're not going the business route, so you're good there. You get a whole community of support. So we're still there to help you and give you different recipes and ideas and things like that, like we mentioned before. There is a really easy referral program as well. So if you're not wanting to go the business route, but you know people that really could benefit from these products, you can earn free product credit. And then it's very easy to upgrade if you decided to see yourself going the business route as well. And becoming an ambassador with Q, a partner, it's basically just $80 for the year. And what I love about it, it's $80 for the year. You get a ton of business tools. But what I love about it most, I think, is the way that our organization specifically has a very genuine approach. I remember coming from traditional business and then deciding to go this route. I was hesitant. And so I mentioned I was skeptical before. It's really because I kept getting spammed on social media and kind of feeling people forcing themselves on me in a way to sell things. We take a totally different approach, more like a traditional business and keeping the relationships at the forefront. Right now, there is a rebate going on just until Thursday where actually you pay the $80 and purchase products. And in a couple days, if you hit the minimum product purchase wise, in a couple of days, they just refund you back the $80. So you get a full year of an ambassadorship for free, basically. Well, that's nice. But you get your website, a free app, like I said, same community page and support. There's a sample program, and really the simplicity part I think is key. We have a very simple onboarding system, and our training is very simple. So I feel confident that we have a lot of people I'm looking at on this call that are very busy, lots of kids, single moms, single dads, things like that, that are really able to fit this in, which I think is important. And before I kind of go into the different ways that you can make money, I just want to introduce you guys really quickly to one more friend of mine. So his name is Jeff Jones. He has been in this business here for a couple of months. I'm just going to unmute you, Jeff, and let you share just a little tidbit about your experience so far as well.
Yeah. Am I good?
Yep.
Okay, so my name is Jeff. My wife is on here. She's just in the other room. We own 4 businesses ourselves, and we're pretty active. And so we have always been open to finding another stream of income that we could work on the side, because I'm kind of like a side hustle junkie in a way. And we wanted something that we could really leverage and really have something that could grow and not really have a cap to it, so that we could invest into our dreams, invest into other businesses. So we've always seen people in this industry succeed. We've seen a couple of our friends kind of run with it and actually do really well. And so we've seen them succeed, and we basically were like, okay, it is doable in this industry. We've always been opposed by it because people would spam us. They would, high school friends would message me that I haven't talked to since in 12 years. And so I'm like, I don't want to be that guy, but I do want to make some money. That's kind of how I've seen it. So it's been great because we've only been doing this for 7 months. And because of the systems Kristen was talking about, and because of how simple the business plan is, but the products alone speak for themselves. We have had so many testimonies of people dealing with fibromyalgia for 15 years. The moment they took the hemp oil, they were like, I have never experienced this amount of normalcy in a long time. And we're in my own testimony, I was dealing with inflammation in my ears, vertigo. The moment I took it, 10 minutes later, my ears opened up, ringing stopped, the inflammation subsided. So, and I started doing more research about the CBD boom, and I'm like, okay, this is a thing. This is like a timing thing. So if we're really going to do this, we need to hop in. So we hopped in, signed up for a convention the week we signed up, and we're like, okay, we're going all out. Let's do this. And we've plugged into the systems, and honestly, the system has proven the results to be true, because since 7 months of doing this, we hit the rank of bronze, which they flew us out, all expenses paid, to do a training to learn how to build our business and to scale it. And so the business training and the Alliance Society training, and then also the simple systems that you can plug into, have really been how we've been successful at this. I mean, we're just your average Joe. We're not like anything special, but because we have plugged into systems, we've seen results. And so it's been an amazing income producing opportunity, and we're trying to hit the rank of silver this month, and really setting some good goals and believing that, wow, anyone can do this business. Anyone for $80 can really scale something. Because of our other businesses, we've put in more money as to get it started. For only $80 to see us making $2,000 this month, that's a sweet setup. I mean, so that it was kind of like a no-brainer for us. And so, but I think there's something special about this company, and I think there's something special about the systems that are in place.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. He didn't mention that, yes, they are making, $2,000 this month, but when they hit silver, it will just, double. So that'll be fun. Well, thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. I am almost done. I appreciate you guys spending time with us tonight. It's very simple the way our compensation plan works. It's just 4 ways that you can get paid. And I'm not going to break them down too much tonight, but my favorite way is through our financial freedom movement. And if you're someone who maybe has made good money and not always been the best at managing it, I know I was never really taught how to manage my money well and felt a little bit intimidated by this idea of taxes and education around that and credit and all of those things. When you enroll as an ambassador, you actually get a free financial coach right away from day one. And because it's being reimbursed right now with this rebate offer, you're basically getting a free coach for a year. And it's kind of at your disposal. You can talk to them as often or as much as you need to, but they do train you on taxes, and they've worked with even negotiating with the IRS for some people and repairing people's credit. Ashley, who's on this call, was just messaging me saying another thing fell off our credit. How are they doing this? She's called the credit ninja, so maybe that's how, because things just disappear from your credit. But just really cool things that empower us. And they also, instead of offering a free car or free this, as most companies do, they actually just, when you hit a certain point, start putting additional money toward your debt or toward a retirement account of your choice. So really at the end of the day, timing is everything. Just like Jeff said, we have a whole skincare line that's launching just next month, which that's crazy to say, guys. Next month, we're all going to Orlando. Woo! But how crazy is that? Next month, it has a very unique first to market blue light blocking technology that blocks the blue lights from our cell phones and computers, which is really damaging for the skin. We have that enrollment rebate. We even have a huge bundle where you can try every single hemp flavor and the pets and the rest all together for really discounted. And so phase 2 is kind of among us with this company. And really, it's just a matter of where you see yourself and what's the right fit. And we really do believe in, partnering with people that do feel in alignment with this. So if nothing else, we appreciate you guys just taking some time tonight to hang out with us and to hear us out and support your friend. And if this does look like something you want to dig into or have questions, just reach out to the friend that invited you tonight, and they can connect you with me or someone else to get your questions answered. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Thanks again so much for hopping on, guys. Bye.